Hi, y'all. This is Shantae, aka Shanti Z on Twitter and Instagram, or just simply just Shantae. Welcome to an episode of my analysis. Yesterday, I did not film because it was a long day. Today was pretty long, but not as long. But I'm here, right? So let's get into COVID because we have so much to cover, and I'm trying to cover this within 15 to 20 minutes. So let's do this. So according to the Johns Hopkins website, global confirmed cases, we had 91,573,149. That's global confirmed cases. The global death toll is at 1,961,987. The U.S. confirmed cases are as follows: 22,836,244. The U.S. Death toll is at 380,651. And as of today, we had over 204,000 new cases of COVID-19. This is all on the Johns Hopkins website. This is all public knowledge. It's coronavirus.jhu.edu. I'll just put it in the chat. Coronavirus.jhu.edu. So, virus wrong. Coronavirus.jhu.edu. Look that up yourselves. Now I'm going to get into the states. There's a lot in the states that has a lot of COVID cases here. Or let me see if I could pull it up on my screen. You just share it for a second. Hope you guys can see. Let me know if you can see this. So y'all see right here, there's the average of new cases here. All the states that see rising cases is like almost everyone. So here we go. California has 811,311. Texas has 2,016,382. Florida has 1,503,474. New York has 1,164,819. Illinois has 1,043,041. Ohio has 798,938. Georgia has 749,714. Pennsylvania has 739,212. Tennessee has 649,227. And Arizona rounds at the top 10 with 638,739. But there's other states. North Carolina is trailing. They just got knocked out, but who knows? They're going to jump back and forth because Arizona and North Carolina is interchangeable. 638,330. And you have, New Jersey at 594,741. Indiana is 573,505. Michigan has over 568. So there's a lot of everywhere you see. If I'm scrolling, hopefully I'm not scrolling too fast, has high numbers in coronavirus cases. So overall, it's a lot. And yet, of course, we have no national strategy. Obviously, we don't have one. And it is, a week? Tomorrow will be a week. 1 week of the inauguration of Joseph Robinette Biden and Kamala Devi Harris. And of course, as of tonight, The House officially votes to call on Michael Richard Pence to remove Trump by invoking the 25th Amendment, rebuffing the vice president's objections. Now, we all know, as much we care that the House did this passed this resolution, Michael Richard Pence, as he's not really talking to Donald Trump, he is not going to invoke the 25th Amendment. He's not. With this whole thing with people trying to kill him, he's still not going to invoke the 25th Amendment. He doesn't have courage. He doesn't care about the country, obviously, but mainly he doesn't have courage. All these Republicans are trying to save faith and try to call for unity. Last Wednesday doesn't cut it. The last 4 years doesn't cut it. Let me see, because in the last 5 years, because you got to add the presidential election, don't save face. So Liz Cheney is for impeachment, but you voted 97% with Donald Trump. And rest of these rat-tooly Republicans, and if I'm making up a word, are still in Congress, and they have not yet been removed. You could say it's delusional, it's me. I guess you're a troll, but you're deplorable and you're no one, and you might be blocked. So be prepared. But yeah, pretty much it's about to be a wrap for your guy. You could say it's delusional, it's me. I guess you're a troll, but you're deplorable and you're no one, and you might be blocked. So be prepared. But yeah. Yep, F the GOP and COVID. F the GOP and Trump. COVID is overblown. Be specific. But yeah. The GOP, the Grand Old Party, the party of Lincoln, the party of free capital, the party of conservatism, the party of Reagan, the Reagan Democrat, the party of moral values. You guys have been the party of white supremacy post the 1964 passage of the Civil Rights Movement. You guys have been losing black people in your party for a long time. Colin Powell just left the party as of this past Sunday. Even though that didn't come as a surprise because he's been voting Democratic for the last couple of elections. He voted for President Obama twice. Even though he gave money to John McCain, he voted for President Obama twice. He voted for Hillary Clinton. He voted for Joe Biden. That's 3 Democratic presidents he had voted for. So I knew he was leaving the party. Oh, the trolls are having fun tonight. They're having so much fun. Just coming up on places and they don't know where they at. So I knew he was leaving the party. Oh, the trolls are having fun tonight. They're having so much fun. Oh, I guess I'm getting a little popular on this Bird app or YouTube, because obviously the trolls in here. You got this guy that says, what is it? Blue Lives Matter. Are you from Ohio? What are you talking about? Yeah. And the inauguration, I don't think the inauguration should. I think the inauguration should be virtual, because if there's going to be another attack at the Capitol or close to the Capitol or at the inauguration, it needs to be a virtual inauguration. Joe Biden just need to be sworn near the White House, because either way, Donald Trump is leaving. The GOP has been fractured for quite a while. The GOP started the conservative movement in the 60s, like really like kind of like start fracturing the party a little bit, because you still had the moderates slightly at the time with the Bushes, but more so the conservatives were taking over. And I knew some of these conservatives were not for people, even though there was some black conservatives, but even they treated some of the black conservatives like shit. He is a decent man. He is a decent man. And I think after the way he was treated by Republicans, I'm assuming that's why he's been voting Democratic ever since. So it came no shock that he was leaving the party. But yeah, these Republicans trying to stage a coup, and those who are still serving in Congress, like in the House and the Senate, half of them need to go. That's something that I actually agree with Cori Bush on. Half of them need to go. Madison Cawthorn, that little boy, he need to go. Louis Gohmert need to go. Let's see. Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, they need to go. And the rest of them, 100 and something GOP members need to go. And a couple other ones in the Senate need to go. Roy Blunt need to go. Josh Hawley need to go. Ted Cruz need to go. Ron Johnson need to go. Ron Johnson is still ain't low. Marsha Blackburn need to go. The two newly elected senators, GOP senators, they need to go. And that's the progressives is a whole nother subject, because that's a whole nother live. But I'm focusing on these GOP. I gotta focus on one subject. But Hawley does need to resign. Listen, if it's your home state paper is calling for your impeachment, two of them, it's time for you to pack it up. But of course, he's not honorable because he's an idiot. And so sad because he's not even that old. Josh Hawley's the same age as my eldest sister. And yet, he's deplorable as fuck. Okay, I guess we have a problem. Hold on for a second, because I'm not dealing with this shit today. I'm really not. And yet, he's deplorable as fuck. Okay, I guess we have a problem. Hold on. I have no space and energy. I have work today. I am not with the bullshit with people's comments today. People really like just coming on here and just doing whatever. Like, I understand, I'm like my page is public, but I have no time for the shit. Yes, 8 more days. Whew. You ain't lying. That was a positive. 8 more days. Because I can't deal with this shit no more. I had a hard time last week focusing at work with this shit. This has been hard focusing. Really had a hard time focusing. So when I get deplorable messages in these lives, I'm canceling motherfuckers. So I don't got time for this shit. But let me just finish my train of thought. All these 147 GOP members who voted in both chambers of the House that voted against objecting this election, try to overturn this election, they all need to resign. Cindy Hyde-Smith too. Need to go. They need to go. ASAP. Because they don't represent America. Most of the GOP, either way, don't really represent America. Yeah, it's very hard to focus, Alicia. Very hard to focus. But they need to go. ASAP. I just want them to go. I just want to be able to sleep at night and not have anxiety. Because I've been having anxiety for the last couple of weeks. And I felt like, I thought it was like my chest. I thought it was honestly COVID. And I'm like, no. Because I've been wearing my mask. I've been wearing everything. So I know it's not COVID. So I know right then and there, I've been having anxiety. And last week gave me anxiety. It was very hard to focus. It was very hard to like walk and shit. It was just very hard to eat. And I know you guys been having the same anxiety and not sleeping and just having a headache, living in the twilight zone for the last 4 years. People talking about this tragedy is hurting, and all these corporations trying to, now want to defund some of these Republican congressional folks that they endorsed and gave money to. Why you didn't do that shit like 4 years ago? Why y'all didn't do this shit 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago? These motherfuckers always been racist. That's why, like, I side eye all these old ass white men that sit on these boards, because you're part of the systemic problem. This was worn by Black people, by people that, I live in New York, okay? And I say this all the time because Donald Trump is from New York. Donald Trump is not from Manhattan. He resides in Manhattan. Well, he resided in Manhattan. Now he resides in Florida. But he's from Queens. A nice area in Queens. He grew up privileged. So the fact that he's characterizing himself as this this guy from the middle of the country, it's stupid as hell. And people actually believed it in the middle of the country. And I'm just like, this man was always rich. And when all these news stories about he messed up this money, I was like, y'all motherfuckers is late. Because New York is new. And he's not the only one pushing the Antifa. It's Mo Brooks from Alabama. Him too. And Antifa is actually young, and they're actually anti-fascist. Fascist. Oh my God, I'm pronouncing all the fucking words wrong. Anti-racist, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, Donald Trump is a whole entire fraud. And New Yorkers and even New Jerseyans, we warned y'all, man. We warned y'all about this dude. And Black people. I know this man inside and through. His kids are full of shit. He's actually full of shit because he never raised those fucking kids. That's why I understand, like, how they cape for someone that never raised you. That never raised you. Because I used to go to high school around where his office is. My high school was on 58th Street and Broadway. His office was on 57th and 5th. And sometimes when I got out early in school, we will walk to 42nd Street to get the express train home. my friends and I, and we will walk by Trump Towers. There's always this fucking scaffolding over that building. I don't understand why. Maybe it's the cheap Chinese tool that you use to have the Polish immigrants build your buildings. But anyway, Donald Trump was never around his children. We used to see him with a mob of people, but never around his children. So I'm not surprised. The only reason why these kids are caping for him because they work for him. It's the only job that they ever had. And that's true. But like I said, I'm just going to end this. We're living in some crazy times. We got a week of this shit. Lord, it's going to be the longest week. But we will make it through the grace of God in the heavens above. Because one way or another, Donald Trump is out of there next Wednesday. He's gone. The election has been certified. He's done. Finito. Finished. So until then, I will see you tomorrow. You guys have a great